frigid is the word, snowy Texas, where many have just been through their second straight night without heat. Nearly 3 million Texans are without power this morning. That's 2 days after a deadly ice storm there. Many are facing sub-freezing temperatures, which are life-threatening if you cannot stay warm.
The freezing temperatures are also causing pipes to burst. As you can see from these social media videos, that means flooding on top of everything else. We begin with Omar Villafranca in Dallas, which is facing more icy rain today. Omar, people are getting angry, and some have even reported burning furniture to stay warm. What happened?
Good morning. Yes, and state power officials were just not prepared. The demand blew past their predictions, and now they're asking people and even cities to conserve power. Look behind me. This is the Dallas skyline, usually lit up. Now it's pretty dark. And now the energy state is just trying to push to have enough power so people can warm their homes.
All right, see? The Most High, the Most High is pouring out his vengeance upon Babylon the Great, man. Usually you don't never see snowstorms happening in this region, man. Right? But they got an Arctic blast that came through there, you know? That's crazy in itself, you know? And these people, right, they weren't prepared for it, man. That's why I said, at least 17 people have died so far, man. People without power, man. You know, the Most High not playing no games, man. 17 people is not a large number. But, when's the last time you heard from 17 people dying from a winter storm, man? It's about to be bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies out here, man. Them people died, and that was judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Nobody died being innocent, man.
It was 90 degrees last night. There was no power.
To protect her 8-month-old daughter, Tara Davis is heading for Tampa, Florida to stay with family. We spoke to her on the way to the airport. The night before, the baby girl slept between mom and dad in their bed just to stay warm.
That was a really scary situation to even do, considering the fact that health officials don't want you to sleep in the bed with your 8-month-old baby, but we had to do that so we could keep her warm, because keeping her warm was top priority. And she was in the NICU for close to 2 months, so we know that she cannot afford to have pneumonia or anything like that.
Despite the risks of traveling in the pandemic, the couple says this is something they have to do.
This is a chance we're willing to take to not have to have our baby out here in -degree weather, and then also to be stuck in our home for multiple days where we're not sure when help is going to come.
When we left, the thermostat said 32 degrees.
Oh, and people, you could be creative, man. Go get you some butane fuel. Go get you a hot plate that, that's compatible with the butane fuel, and put a fucking pot of water on there, man. That shit'll heat up half of your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll turn the heat off just to save money, man. You know what I mean? And burn pots of water. Boil pots of water, man. That make your house heat up your house just fine. But these people want to go to shelters and to churches and all that. Like, come on, man. What you gonna do in the time of famine when you really gotta be creative? You know what I mean? What you gonna do then?
In Plano, Texas, Dylan Luster and his wife left their home and brought their 3-year-old and 15-month-old children to this church, now acting as a warming shelter.
We're #1 country, right? But it can't handle a snowstorm.
Residents around the state are demanding to know when their power will return and why it has stayed off for so long in the first place.
The way that ERCOT has handled this entire situation has been completely unacceptable.
Governor Greg Abbott is blaming ERCOT, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, charged with operating the state's grid. Abbott called for a full investigation into the nonprofit corporation. Bill Magnus, ERCOT CEO, supports an investigation.
I think it's appropriate. I mean, we are here to serve the people of Texas.
But he argues the blackouts are necessary.
I think the fundamental decisions that...
Oh, he said the blackouts are necessary. You know what I'm saying? All this shit was planned, man. All this shit is planned, man. All these are test runs, man. to see what happens. You know, we ain't nothing but lab rats to them, man. Like, when people gonna wake up, man?
Our operators made very likely could have prevented a catastrophic blackout. The outcome of preventing that catastrophic blackout, unfortunately, turned out to be a long period of outages like we have not seen before.
What do you tell people who have been without power in sub-freezing temperatures for over 30 hours now? I mean, that sounds catastrophic.
It's a very terrible time to be in that situation with the weather we're having, especially. But we will get those services back up. We will get those folks their power on. It's the number one priority now to do it.
The reason your hair is thinning is